So now that you should be able to download this poster template. And this is a single PowerPoint slide. Don't add any more slides to this. This is everything and only what you need. And as you can see, you can zoom in, and just like you do with a PowerPoint, you can copy and paste something into that information, type into it, etc. You can change anything you like in order to put all your information into that style of poster. So, and even the background, all these, that background colors, etc., all of that can change. So use that to the best of your ability, and then you're going to save this. So if I go up here, I'm going to just go save as. When you finish the whole thing, where it says here, file format, when you're ready to submit your poster in week 3 or before, so Wednesday week 3 when it's due, instead of doing it as a PowerPoint, you're going to go on and save it as, and then you're just going to be save it as a PDF instead, so that then it'll be a nice, really good image of what you're talking about. And then when I get it, and you're going to submit that on a due work in a due work area that I've already set up for you, then it'll come to me without any changes to it. If people send me the PowerPoint file, sometimes things can move around and look very different to the way you think it looks on your computer, just because of the way PowerPoint is on different computers. So that's why I want you to save it as a PDF file and submit the PDF file instead of the PowerPoint document. So don't be one of those people who submits the PowerPoint, because it'll look very weird and strange. Okay, the only other thing, if I show you now some examples. So here's some examples. Number 1, so this is using the first one. I'll just flick things away. So as you can see here, it's using the similar colors that what you've seen in the one I've just shown you. Now, the headings obviously are a bit different. You can add some additions onto the side of those headings. And then, as you can see, there's no need for an abstract. So even though it says abstract here, I've changed your template around so that it's only the headings that you need. And then you're going to add the information in the text here. Can you see how, the most important thing is, can you see how you can add graphs and tables in and images in as well? All right, so that's super important that you do that, because it makes the poster come alive. Like, posters are meant to be visual representations of a complex idea. So please add those in. Now, big question is, how do you add tables and graphs in? If you do that just straight from the document, then it gets a bit confusing. So again, I would suggest, if you're using, if you're trying to, everyone will try to import a graph or a table and some images in here, then for your graphs, you're either going to save the graph as a PDF file, or you're going to screenshot your graph and your table and then add that screenshot to here. And I'll quickly show you how to do that. Oh, actually, what I might do first is show you one more example. Very similar, but a little bit different. So here's another example, just a different style and format, different colors, etc. The information's all the exact same, but they've just changed the styling around a little bit as well. So all of that is perfectly fine, but obviously you're going to change and add in your information instead. Okay, so how do we add tables and graphs easily so it actually makes sense? So if I get up let's do that. So now on your screen, you should be able to see an example of my tables, and I've made a pretty graph here. So I can click on that graph, and if I do Shift Command 4, I should be able to now screenshot just that. So for me on a Mac, it's Shift Command 4, and it grabs this little interesting plus or minus icon, and then I can click on that, and then I have a nice image of that screenshot on my desktop that I can then copy and paste into there. So I can then just drag that image on top of my PowerPoint and place it around my text.